This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself.
Pretty loud, huh?
Today we have a Kenmore dryer that's making a lot of noise and we have to figure out what it is. It sounds like it might be one of the support roller wheels. There's 4 of the wheels. There's also a little wheel called an idler wheel that is kind of helping keep tension on the belt. We're going to check all those. So I took out a couple of 1/4-inch screws here on the bottom. There's really 4 of them, but only 2 of them in this case were holding the panel on. And I'm going to lift up the dryer a little bit to get a better angle on this one screw because it's kind of hard to get to. You can actually put something underneath the dryer too to give you more room to work. But I just got to get this lower panel off. And then I can kind of take a look as to where the sound might be coming from. So just pull this panel right off. And I'm going to look in there as I turn. I'm going to reach in with my left hand and turn the drum and look at the little support wheel there in the very back. I'm going to see if it's wobbling around or if there's any chunks of rubber missing. There's also a support wheel in the upper left-hand corner of the screen here that I'm looking at, and I'm just going to see if I can identify where that sound's coming from. As I spin it, it sounds like it might be more in the middle where that little white wheel is, and that's called the idler wheel. And again, that's helping to keep tension on the belt. And that one sometimes wears out and starts to wobble, and it can make that thunka 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 sound as it spins. So I'm going to just take out these 1/4-inch screws that are holding on the this little filter housing that goes over the blower wheel. And once I get the screws out and take the filter out, I can pull the filter straight up. I can take this ducting out. It gives me a little bit more room to work. To get the idler wheel off, you can end up removing the top panel and the front panel, and then also the tumbler. There's a faster way to get to it, though, that we're going to show you here in a second. Just checking out these roller wheels here on the front, and they seem to be turning smoothly and they're not making any noise. But as I do this turn, that little white wheel we see in the back there, that's the idler wheel, is shaking around and making some kind of weird noises. So I'm going to be replacing that. To do that, I'm going to reach in with my left and right hand, and I'm going to take the tension off of the idler wheel by moving it to the left, and I'll take the belt off of the smaller wheel, the motor pulley. And then once I have that off, I'm going to reach in with a standard head screwdriver. I'm going to pry off a little plastic clip that's holding the idler wheel onto the metal shaft. And once I get that off, I can pull that old idler wheel right off. Here comes the little standard head screwdriver. I'm just going to wedge it in there and pry that plastic clip out toward the back of the dryer. And these little plastic clips are really cheap and easy to replace. And a new idler wheel will actually come with a new little clip. I'll show you a picture of what the idler wheel looks like. Here's a brand new one. So that little triangular thing is the clip. And I'm just going to pry that off. Got out the old one, and I'm looking in there, and it looks kind of like oblong rather than round. So I think it just kind of wore out. There's a brand new one. And there's the little clip. I'm going to reach in and put the brand new one onto the motor shaft. I'm just going to push it on, and then I'll take that little triangular clip we see in the picture here, and I'll push that in with my hand until it clicks into its groove. I don't even need to use any tools. I can just push it in toward the front of the dryer, and it's going to lock in. And now the new idler wheel is in position, and we did that really fast. We didn't have to do much disassembly. Now reach in with my, there's that little clip. I'm going to reach in and push that on to the end of the shaft until it clicks. And I'm just spinning it. I'm making sure that it's not coming off. Looks good. Now I'll reach in with my left hand and my right hand, and I'll grab the idler wheel and pull it to my left, and I'm going to put the belt over the idler wheel and then over the littler motor pulley, and that's going to put tension on the belt. And then I'm going to turn the tumbler by hand and make sure that that sound has gone away and that idler wheel can move smoothly. The old one was just the metal bearing was worn out. It was no longer round. It was a little bit more oval. So it looks good. So when I turn it, it's turning smoothly and it's not making any noise. So that did the trick. So I'm going to put that ducting back into position for the filter housing. And then I'm going to put in the two silver screws go at the top, and the two gold screws or brass screws go more near the bottom. Make sure the bottom fits in correctly. I'll zip in those screws. So because this takes so little disassembly, this technique could take you as little as 20 minutes. You could be done. So now when we test it, it's really smooth. No clickety-click sound anymore. It just sounds like brand new. You can see the igniter glowing. We get a nice flame coming in. And I'm just looking as it runs, making sure that all the wheels are spinning easily. The new idler wheel is doing great. Usually if you replace the support wheels, it's a good time to replace the idler wheel because they're all wear out at about the same time. And this is kind of cool. In this front panel, there's a diagnostic guide if you ever want to check for codes on your dryer. So I'm putting the old panel back in position. And I'm going to put those 1/4" screws back in. I have the dryer lifted up a little bit just to make it easier to get to those screws. There we go. Put the filter back in. Nice and smooth. So I got this dryer fixed up great. Hopefully this works really good for your Kenmore dryer, gets it sounding like new again. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. We'll send you a lot more videos on fixing appliances. Thank you.